Yes, okay, let's get this thing going. Alrighty, welcome to the Grow Pep podcast. And today, I've got one of my best mates in the whole world and an awesome all-around guy, Quinton Oosthuizen.
Hello, hello.
So, second time lucky, huh?
Well, let's make this one count.
I think so, yeah. I think the last time we buggered up a little, well, I buggered up a little bit by getting robbed. So, and then I lost the footage. So
that happens.
Yeah. Wasn't quite ideal, but yeah, here we are again in the studio this time, and not the reception of your shop.
Yes.
I
think the sound is so much better here.
A little bit,
it wasn't wah 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 wah.
little less echoey, so it helps. It definitely helps.
It does. And congrats, bro.
Thank you.
I'm super stoked for you. Yeah. This is looking the shit.
We're getting there.
It's really looking nice.
We're getting there. The shelf is filling up.
Yeah, no,
so
it's lekker.
First episode was just the books, and then the egg came from home, and now the recording lights. So
all right.
We're slowly filling the shelf up, making things interesting. I want to throw a lamp or something in the corner there to add something behind, like the U of it, and and then we might have another one up here somewhere. I don't know. Lighting has been hard, so I'm still fighting that battle, but we'll
but it's looking lekker.
Thank you.
I'm so. I mean, I've also been watching the progress and been chatting about the progress and giving you a bell after everyone going, hey boy, that was cool, but have you tried a little bit?
Yeah.
And so to get here, I am super impressed.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It's been a journey, and I think we're getting there. It's like I'm reaching some kind of critical mass, because it's like reaching out to people and that kind of thing has been interesting. But like I've had a good run. So we had like MJ Cho, who came on.
What a legend.
Yeah, no, he was the fourth one, right? And I reached out to him. 30 minutes later, he was on the phone to me. So
nice,
flippin' cool. And yeah, his video is done. Compared to all the other ones, has done really well, and watch hours are great there. So people at least are interested.
Nice.
Beyond next was Vonneboom. Again, another really cool bunch of people that just reached out. So they got back to me an hour or two later, and the next day off we were recording. You know,
fantastic.
And then one or two other guys, Kinkat Scully. I've got another couple of guys today that have like come back to me saying, yeah, we're cool and keen and whatever else. So,
oh man, I'm super stoked for you.
We're getting there.
For real.
We're getting there. Yeah.
It's lekker.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. Dude, so today's episode is going to be weird because you and me are like really good mates. And so this is going to be probably the most conversational that any of the podcasts have been. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. But the things that I want to talk to you about first, so let's get some of the stuff out the way in the beginning, which will be the less conversational stuff, and then we'll move on to talking some fun. Yes. Oh. So the first thing is you wearing your lekker blue Aqualock Africa shirt, that's your business.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about it.
One of my businesses.
One of your businesses, yes. Tell me a bit about it, and
So Aqualock Africa is basically a greenkeeping and sports field specialist company, right? Whereby we can look after your field if you've got an existing field. We can build you a new field if you need a new field. We can take an absolutely trashed field and make it that you can play the Olympics on. So we can basically do anything from subsoils to all the way through to drainage, all the way irrigation, grasses, switching over between winter and summer grasses, which we're doing a hell of a lot now because we're obviously in change. Yeah. We're doing a lot of schools, we're doing a lot of sports clubs. We can do maintenance where we look after everything. You don't need to do anything. We look after your entire your field or your complex or your whatever. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
Pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Lots of fun.
Yes.
So, funny thing, I was chatting to my mom the other day, is that my first business, when I was 9 years old, I cut grass. And so...
You come full circle, bro. You come full circle.
I've done a shit ton between.
Yeah.
But, we're back at cutting fucking grass.
Why not? Yeah.
But it's...
But, we did actually speak about this like 3 or 4 years ago, and I said, yo, bro, what about cutting grass? And you were like, no ways, will not. It's not going to happen. And now you've got like 100,000 rand right on Lawnmower, or big zero turn at least, and or 100 and something thousand rand. $500,000 rand. Okay,
Yeah, you haven't been in the shop a little while.
Well, I mean, that's maybe the brand new retail price. If I know you got a deal. I do know you. I know you got a deal. So maybe we don't know exactly how much you paid for it, but to save your marriage, we'll leave that.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh man, so cool, man. So Aqualock, I mean, for everyone listening, Aqualock doesn't sound like a grass company.
It wasn't. So it's actually Aqualock Africa. Aqualock was a product that we launched in the middle of the drought, so that we could help people grow grass. So our other company is Lawnmower Mecca, and we sell lawnmowers, as the name very, very eloquently kind of tells you.
And you're not Indian.
Not at all. And so when there's a drought, there's no grass. Yeah. So it's very, very difficult to sell lawnmowers when there's no grass growing.
Yeah.
So it was like the old adage, nooit leer bid. Went out to go and try and make grass grow.
Yeah.
And and through a bunch of different channels and blind spots and all kinds of things, we now employ a greenkeeper full-time. Mm-hmm. We have golf course trained staff. We have machines for cutting. Well, I mean, we can basically run a golf course.
Yeah.
And that's part of what we're working on doing in the near future.
Fantastic.
We can build you a putting green or a mini golf course in your backyard. So
there might be some guys who are
just a plug. This can be done, and you don't have to get that bloody carpet stuff.
Yes,
you can get real grass.
Yeah.
And we can maintain it. We can do everything for you.
Sure.
So you can literally come out and practice your putting.
That's fantastic. There we go. Okay, cool. Why did you decide to get into business? Like it, I mean, I know you as an entrepreneur, as
a serial
entrepreneur. Yeah, like I call myself the same. But I mean, I met you years ago, 7, 8,
thereabouts,
8 years, something like that ago, and you were working a normal job in Lawnmower Mecca. You were working sales effectively.
Yeah.
And but before that, you've had other businesses and whatever else. So what leads you down that road to want to run a business, or what's the motivation there?
So my wife has a saying that says, "The fun will find me," and it always does.
Yeah.
And so do opportunities. Opportunities present themselves to me on a day-to-day basis, and my biggest challenge is to actually say no. Because there's just every single day I see, shit, I can make a business out of that.
Yeah.
Or there's another business. I can do another business over there. And my focus just gets spread so thin. I mean, we involved in 3 businesses at the moment, and it's crazy. It literally is crazy. I work myself fucking stupid, but I'm loving it. I love it because never the same thing. I don't wear one cap for a day. I'm running around getting deliveries for one company. The other company has other stuff getting soil delivered onto a site, and then the other site I've got to go and pitch a guy on which lawnmower to use. And then I walk into the shop and the guys come out of the workshop and go, I need you just to come and have a look at this quickly. And I'm going, but I only have 3 minutes and I need to do other things. But just to take 1 minute.
Never takes 1 minute.
Never takes 1 minute. So my business partner is the greenkeeper. He knows. When I run into the shop quickly, he goes and have some chow or something like that, because he knows it's not ever going to be just quick in and out. So back to where it all started. I mean, I started, as I said earlier, at 9 years old. Started with, a guy in our complex was cutting grass, and he was like, "Hey boy, do you want to earn some bucks?" And I'm like, "Yes." And so he kind of showed me the ropes, gave me a couple of gardens, and was with me at all the different gardens.
Yeah.
And he did a midnight flip and ducked in the middle of the mud.
Pulled a duck.
Pulled a duck.
Went to the corner shop for milk.
Something like that. And woke up the next morning and my employer was gone.
Yeah.
And people were coming to knock on my door and going, "Hey guys, what the hell? You guys haven't come to cut the grass." And then I'm going, well, "This guy's gone. What must I do? I'm not a 9-year-old boy." And so he goes, "But can't you cut the grass?" I mean, I was doing it all the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "I can." And I linked a lawnmower and a weed eater from my Opa. And off we went. And so I mean, the old boy was like, he was like, "You know that this is my machine, and you got to look after it, and all the stuff,
and maintain it, and grease the wheels,
all the stuff."
All that,
yeah. And but I think he was having a Musa smile like from ear to ear because obviously it's like to see a little guy getting out and doing stuff.
Well, entrepreneurship is fun to watch.
Yeah, fully.
It's one of our hobbies.
Yes.
We're always looking for it and watching oaks and going, "Yo, check this guy, he's doing something. It's cool, and it's lekker, and it's like, yo, that's great."
100%.
But it seems, I don't know, like for me at least, you get two kinds of people, and then that two expands. But you get two kinds of people. You get the people that support entrepreneurship. You get the people that look at it and go, "Oh, it'll never work."
100%.
Like it's a weird, like, I don't understand it. I know you don't understand the negativity of it, but it's a weird thing.
Yeah. So I mean, for us, I think it's when we see someone tackling something, and I mean we've been down a couple of gnarly downhills with no brakes. And we've done some stupid stuff. And when you see, especially a youngo, doing something, and you can see the wheels are going to fall off, right? Yeah. The thing is, you want to give the oak advice, but not take away. I mean, it's a mad fucking rush.
Yeah.
When
you
the
don't
wheels come off.
You don't want to take away the learning experience.
No.
Yeah.
But you want to kind of put a mattress down there, so when he falls, he doesn't fall so hard. Because I mean, picking yourself up. A lot of oaks just won't get back on that bike. So you want to be there to kind of help this oak, show him like, "Hey guy, shit happens, and now you dust yourself off, get to the top of that hill and try that bitch again." It's, I mean, the amount of times we've come badly off. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's been helicopter airlift kind of shit. But next week we're back on the mountain. We're back up there doing it again.
Yeah. Okay, so you with your words there have a great segue into the next bit that I want to talk about. We went up a mountain the other day.
Fully.
And you introduced me to it. So I rather want you to tell the story a little bit about what we kind of, or where the whole going up the mountain thing came from. And so tell a bit of a story, man.
So my nickname at school was Green Freak. And I've always been on the recycling team. I've always been doing shit for the environment. Yeah. I try and run my Aqualock company as organic as possible. Yeah. So I try and do the best for the environment and allow nature to do what nature does best, because Mother Nature knows shit, and we're still trying to figure this all out. Yeah. So allow nature to do what nature does best, and so with that, we also, I have a passion. I have a soft spot for anything environmentally driven. So a couple of guys got hold of us. They do basically cutting down of invasive species. Okay. And so some of their stuff is with a helicopter. So which is again
that's the one we missed this last weekend.
Oh yes, no, that was sad. However, other things also need to be done. So we can't just fly around in helicopters all day. We're not bloody Superman. Well,
yeah, we try.
But So we go up with helicopters. There's a couple of mad nutters over there that tie themselves to a string onto the bottom of a helicopter and go onto ledges which you just can't get to and cut down invasive species. So these are all in areas. So this particular project is in Greyton, and it's on a massive water catchment area which feeds a whole bunch of Greyton, McGregor, a whole section of farming and what have you. So it's important that this water source is maintained and looked after and preserved.
Yeah.
However, these pine trees and all kinds of different invasives climb in there, and it's lacquer for them because there's no natural predators or no natural enemies there, and so these also go and boars. So, and then they also turn the pH in the soils acidic and all kinds of nasty things, which makes the fynbos and the proteas and the indigenous flowers that are good for the waterways. They can't grow. So then we go in there and chop them down. So, so we're deforestating for good.
And being the chainsaw nut that you are, you must love it.
Boyki, when I can get all behind a chainsaw, I am in heaven. In heaven.
Oh, yeah.
And so I own 7 chainsaws. And so I don't get to play with them all the time.
Yeah.
But I often do put them all in the bucky, and then we go off and go and cut. So it does get fun. And then, so also, part of my work with Lawnmower Mecca is I'm a trainer. So I do safety training, I do chainsaw training, I do equipment training. Because part of looking after your machine is looking after the operator. And part of 100%. The operator looking after himself is looking after the machine. So we got a massive drive towards getting operators to use their machines properly for the safety of the machine and for the operator and the environment and the houses and the cars and the children playing in the park where the tree's going to drop or something like that. So we try our best to give good training, and that is part of what we do on the mountain as well. So we go up either by 4x4 or by helicopter or whatever the case may be. We camp literally just... You scrape a little piece of area open and you pitch a tent over it. You sleep around a rock because there isn't beds, there aren't anything. We went up in luxury this last time. Because
we did. We had
stretchers.
A nice tent, we had stretchers,
and we had
it was like a bucky to drive us up there.
Yeah, so normally there isn't all that stuff.
Yeah.
We get like a tent and you get like a little foam, one of those little inflatable foamy guys, and you sleep around a rock. So you lipple there with a bush or a rock or you sleep on a slope. So either the blood all goes to your head or to your toes while you're trying to have a kip. So sleeping is not ideal in the mountains. You don't go up there for the
It's not for the comfort, no.
No. But it is a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and then we get to train some new guys on chainsaws and safety and that kind of thing. And which is really, really lacquer is when you cutting with these guys and all of a sudden they're using their chain brakes and they're notching correctly and dropping trees where they're supposed to be going. They're doing the right thing at the right time, doing it right. Yeah. That makes my heart pop with juice, I'm loving that.
Well, I mean, you trained, or we trained the man alive. Who is this? What is his name? Nolan, yeah. And there were one or two other dudes that were part of part of that. Chris, and it was lacquer. I mean, like you said, it was nice to see. I mean, I've done the training with you, so I mean, when I was working at Mecca, we've been out and done the cutting and whatever else, and the chain brakes and the safety and all of that kind of stuff. But it was amazing to watch.
Complete newbies.
Yeah, complete newbies go.
Never touch a chainsaw before. Yeah,
from nothing to starting it correctly and being able to cut down thousands.
Pretty gnarly trees.
I mean, thousands of trees. Yeah, I mean, we dropped. I think they said, what did Rupert say? 3,500 trees. I think in like effectively what was 2 days.
Well, we
were cut short a little bit by weather and whatnot. So. Yeah, it's amazing to see, and I think it's that light in the guy's eyes. I enjoy it. It's like watching the newbies and they like cut a tree down. They're like, yo.
I just did that. I did that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom, look at me. 100%. That is magic. It really, really is magic. And there we've trained our oak on a skill. Those guys are going to go buy chainsaws and park them in their 4x4s because they're both 4x4 nutters like us. So now, when there's briarwood to be made, or there's a obstruction on a path or something like that, these are going to be whipping out chainsaws and be able to do it confidently, do it right, do it safely.
Yeah.
So that to me that's top. I get off on that kind of shit. So yeah, it's lekker.
Yeah, that's good fun. Going back to business and whatnot, you've done a bit. And I mean, I know you've had a plumbing company, you've worked with Mecca, and you've taken Mecca from strength to strength. You've done Aqualock, you've done one or two other bits and bobs in between as well. If you're giving advice, lost some businesses
spectacularly.
Yes. If you were going to give, I think, some advice to an entrepreneur that's trying to make it now, start 2024. I always say Frikkie. I've used that name now in like 4 podcasts. But, Frikkie van Zyl, and he's decided he wants to start. It doesn't matter what it is. But what's the advice to old Frikkie,
Grow a fucking pear. It's not going to be easy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You are going to get beaten up that your mother's not going to recognize you, right? Business is not easy. It's not cheap. It's not the shit that you see on TikTok, driving a fucking Ferrari or something like that. Yes, that can happen. That can definitely happen, right? And it has happened to millions and millions of oaks, right? But there are billions which have been kicked in the nuts over and over and over. So learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Take your medicine. Learn your lesson. Take your medicine. Yeah, I got that all fucked up. And go and change what you thought you were doing. Also, Einstein said you cannot get to the next step with the mindset that got you to this step. Yeah. Right? So renew your mind constantly. Learn. Do learn. Yeah. Don't just go learn, and don't do fuck all, because then you're not going to get anywhere. Yeah. Right? So learn, do, cock it up.
Yeah.
Learn why you cocked it up. Get some help. Get a mentor. Get oaks to help you along. If some oak's telling you it can't happen, you fucking know it can happen, right? Yeah. And you know you're going to make it happen, then park that oak to the side and then find someone. Okay, look, I'm not saying go and just find someone who's going to be a cheerleader.
Yeah. No.
Obviously, you need to have a little bit of wisdom, because not everything's going to work. And I mean, if I had to try every bloody business that comes into my mind, right? So I'll tell you a little short story.
Let's go.
My butt was my business partner in the plumbing company for 5 years, right? This boy dreaded going to sleep, right? Because he knew that I was going to wake him up at like 3:30 in the morning and go, dude, you got to get up. We've just got a new business. And it would happen at least once a week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he would go, but we can talk about this tomorrow. I was like, no, I'm going to forget. I need to talk about it now. I had a whiteboard the size of a full sheet of what do you call that stuff? Chipboard, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it was a chipboard with a whiteboard stuck on it.
Okay.
Right?
Like 2440 by what, 118 something or whatever.
Big ass. Yeah. Right? And that was screwed to my wall in my bedroom, because I would wake up and have the next $1 million rand thing. And I would draw it out on my wall and it would be epic. Right? Absolutely epic.
Yeah.
At 3:30 in the morning. Go wake my butt up. I'm going, dude, you need to come now. All right? And I'm getting halfway through and I'm getting like, oh shit, that's not going to work. Okay, go back to bed. I'm going to think about this a little bit. And so that was basically 5 years of terror in my brother's life. Yeah.
Well, I get that. I mean, I have the same thing with Lee, where in the beginning of our relationship, I also have, I mean, because we now throw these things at each other, but you have an idea and you throw it at your significant other or that person that's close to you. So in your case was your brother. And that person maybe gets excited about it, gets a little bit invested in it emotionally or whatever else. And then
the next one comes.
It's not working. Oh, well, pivot. And then you've got
and they're fully invested.
Yeah, you've got a grumpy person now
100s.
Because they've invested in this idea and you've got emotionally maybe invested in this idea. And outside of our wives, we're not married to anything.
No.
Like it's there's nothing really. I mean, like I could, if this podcast doesn't work, for me to pivot away from it, it's not going to hurt my feelings so much.
No.
I mean, I'm going to give it 2 years before I do that, because there's, I think, a little bit of consistency that has to kind of happen. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of everything.
But we've also been through a bunch of things where we already know what. You can almost have a sense of what's going to work and when what's happening, because of how long we've been balls to the walls. When something's not working, you don't beat a dead dog. Right. When you see it's not working, as you say, pivot, find the next thing, or find the thing that's going to then make that work. Or so there's always something. There's another door to open. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. The consistency behind it. I've watched Aqualock from pretty much the beginning.
Hundreds,
yeah. I think actually, from the beginning.
Yes.
And like I mean, it's been what 5-6 years now. Aqualock has been.
Yeah.
You've been pushing for Aqualock. Yes. There's been times. I mean, when Aqualock itself, when the product wasn't sort of working.
Yes.
I remember I had just started a job with a fertilizer company, and sort of we started speaking about fertilizer, and then you were like, "Yo, hold on, the Aqualock thing is turf, it's grass, it's doing all of this kind of thing. Fertilizer is also turf and grass and flowers and whatever else."
Yeah.
And you pivoted. I mean, it was quick. It was very quick, but it wasn't a full pivot, like you say. You went from, okay, cool, this Aqualock thing is not selling, and I remember seeing bags and bags and bags of stuff in your bry room.
Yeah.
To
still is.
I mean, but now there's a couple of bags
Bane
of
fertilizer
of
my wife's existence.
That pivot and that consistency, because you've gone at this one hard.
You've
put like serious effort. How
and lots of money.
Yeah, tons of money. Yeah. How have you gone about the consistency side of it? How have you kept yourself kind of going?
Well, I know that the business is good, right?
Yeah.
So, and we've picked up, actually it's been mostly my clients, right? So my clients are kind of loyal to me, and they come back and they say, "But Quinton, can you do something?" So very good example is we started mold eradication, right? Because the poison that they used to put down mole holes, right, into mole burrows or tunnels, whatever. Some person used it incorrectly and killed some people. Some people died.
Oh, jeez, okay.
And now they've scrapped that. You can't get the stuff anymore. Now moles are going, it's party time, right? So we did a hell of a lot of research, and we found a machine that uses carbon monoxide to then first put the mole to sleep, and then they die of suffocation, which is not great, but it's better than in the middle of your cricket pitch having a mole coming up, or in the middle of your bowling green or bowls green, a mole coming up. So unfortunately, moles are rodents, and they breed, and they pest, right?
Well, I mean, population control on all rodents is. I mean,
it's necessary.
Every single shop in Cape Town has got those rat jobbies for the rats and the mice and whatever else. They've got for the cockroaches. They've got for I mean, your farms and whatever else do it for those things, the fuzzy tails, the squirrels and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So so it's actually the most. We've done a lot of research into this.
Yeah.
And it is the most environmentally friendly way of eradicating moles.
Yeah.
Because if a dog digs up the mole, once you've done carbon monoxide, right? The carbon monoxide doesn't cause any damage to the soil. It doesn't cause any damage to anything else but something that's breathing it in.
Yeah.
So if a half dying mole decides to jet himself out of a hole, right? And an owl swoops by and picks the oak up and has some chow.
Yeah. Not getting
nothing's
poisoned.
going to happen to him, which is not the case with a lot of the other. When you put on Ratex and your cat grabs the mouse, your cat has some serious issues.
Yes.
So it's the most environmentally way of doing it. So back to the why we got to the moles. My clients, we find solutions, right?
Yeah.
So as much as the fun will find me, a solution will find me. So Charles, my business partner, often says that for any problem, I have 5 solutions.
Yes.
So it's just opposite to what most people, for every opportunity, there's
There are
5
5 problems.
Yeah. So I'm just that. I don't believe in half full, half empty glasses. Just use the right size glass.
Yes.
Right, and then you're always full. So, or full fucking thing.
Yeah.
So,
there was a guy that came up with a plan for Theovadas Kloof, if you remember.
make
He
the dam
was,
smaller.
yeah, no, he was, if you open your tap and you fill a 5-liter bucket, if everyone did that, we'd be able to fill the dam up.
Very good thinking.
Yeah.
Very good thinking. Yeah. Where does the water in your tap come from? It's like the chicken comes from Pick and Pay. So, yeah. And milk comes out of a carton.
Absolutely. Plastic bottle, really, 3 liters at a time. 3 liters at a time.
Oh, that's fantastic. So at least we're not digging the dam smaller. So
Yes. I drove past the other day.
there's a bit of water in it.
Yeah, a little bit. But I was looking, there's probably about, like, at the moment, about 20-30 meters of sand. And I always wondered, why didn't they, like...
Just excavate.
Excavate, yeah.
Sell the bloody sand off to builders.
Yeah. They could have, but I mean, they could have, I get, put it out to tender, and then everyone goes, oh, tenders and blah, blah, blah. But even without that, I mean, if they just offered it
Make
to
it free
people,
to
say,
all.
free to all, off you go. Dig it out. Here's some parameters.
Yes.
And post 3 or 4 guys there that say, okay, how's it China? You're not digging a hole.
Yeah.
You're digging at a certain angle and blah, blah,
100%.
blah, and all of
Yeah.
that. I can't figure out why they didn't do it. Like,
Yeah. No, it makes no sense.
because now, like, I mean, I look at that and I go,
It would
I
be
don't
a
know, when-
free dam built.
well, yeah,
Or
yeah,
deeper
yeah,
dam
yeah.
built,
A
yeah.
deeper dam built, especially back when
Obviously,
it
you
was just a trickle.
oversimplifying it now.
Not, bro. Get a spade and a bucket, bro. There you go, 1 cube at a time. What's not complicated about that? That's easy, bro. Oversimplified it. But yeah, no, I get it. But that's why you need the guys to stand there and tell the oak how to dig. I mean, there we go.
Yeah.
That's complicated now.
Yeah. Big spade,
There's
full
four-
spade, full spade, full spade. You're wasting time.
There's 4 people involved, bro.
It's going to take a while to dig the dam deeper.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, back to my story. So, basically, my clients, the market is basically dictated, well, we
Yes.
need this, and we then fill the void. And then the market is dictated, I need this, and then we fill the void. And that's why we've now been able to we can do golf courses, we can do soccer, rugby, cricket. I mean, we walked onto a cricket pitch one day, not knowing a bloody thing about it, right? Phoned up a good mentor of ours in the Greenkeepers Association and said, I'm standing on a cricket pitch, I've got a fix. I have no idea what to do. And he
Here
said,
comes a bully.
hey, my bully. And he kind of step by step told me exactly what to do. I mean, Google did help as well.
Yes.
And so bowls greens, we learnt by falling forward. We've networked with enough people that we've got a network of oaks that we can bell and go, hey guy, I'm here, I have this issue, or send a photo, put it on the WhatsApp group, and you've got a bunch of oaks. Most of them will give you cuck. The rest of them will give you advice.
Yes.
But that's just because of, I mean, not in a negative way. They will just bait you and go, I thought you know about this.
How do you not know about that?
Yes.
Come on. Yeah.
100%.
That's a good group of guys, though. I know some of them. I think the group's changed a little bit.
A little, but not much.
Not much.
But crazy crowd.
Yeah.
Lack of oaks.
Very lacquer. Okay, right. Here's what I really want to talk about.
Tell me.
And now we can. We've gotten past some of the business and gotten past whatever. So now we can have a chat. Chana, you and me are looking like a little porky at the moment, huh?
Ah,
A little soft around the edges.
but a cushion for the pushing.
A little cushion. So, dude, what are we gonna do? I know we've got we have discussed a plan of sorts, and so now we're gonna lay out the challenge on a podcast, which we'll put out, and all 25 people that will listen to it will know about it.
I have got goose flesh. I am scared.
Well, I mean, look, I always try and take things to the limit. You always try and take things to the limit.
100%. There is no other way.
Yeah.
Pop.
I think I'm feeling the same kind of way. Going, yo, what are we going to get ourselves into? Because I'm going to push you, and you're going to push me.
Hundreds.
And at the end of the day, we might just end up not being able to walk and a puddle of mush at some point.
Well, a much leaner puddle of mush.
A much leaner, puddle of mush. I weighed myself yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And all the weight that I lost in the last 6 months, I've pretty much put it all back on.
Stress will do that, eh?
A little bit, yeah. Try, build out a few things, running around a business, and that will do it.
Yeah.
So
that is the unspoken side of business, right?
Yeah.
Grow a pair, because you're gonna have an off duck for it, parking over your nuts. But it doesn't have to be that way, as we will see in a couple of days.
Yeah, well, a couple of months maybe. Okay, so we've been discussing. Oh, it's gonna be fun. We've been discussing 75 hard, and that's.
Yes.
I mean, what a cuck place to start. It's not like we've done what 5 months in the park.
Yeah,
trying to doing pull-ups and chin-ups and dips and a little bit of walking and running and all of that. And it's done, I think,
it's
pretty
done a hell of a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think we both saw...
We're looking good for 94 and 97, eh?
Yes. Well, where are you now?
Not 94.
No.
Years old.
Are you saying 97? Are you saying 97?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No.
Okay, cheapest, because I'm sitting at 98.
No, I was going for our ages.
For our age. Trying to have you dropped. How much weight have you dropped in the last month and a half?
No.
Okay, all right. Cheapers, creepers. I was about to say, because I weighed yesterday. I think I was 98 something.
Yeah,
which is where I was 4 months ago, and then if it was a month before that, I was sitting at 10 something. I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
I'm still on 112.
112.
So which is not cuck. I was at 120 when we started.
Yes. Yeah.
So
you've kept the 8 kilos off then.
I have.
Yeah.
It has been
kept
a bit
probably
of
about the same as well, because sitting at 98, I was at 104, 105. So it's about 7 kilos that I have dropped and kept off. So that's not terrible.
the last month hasn't been kind.
No, I think it was
it's
like
a lot of stress, a lot of hard graft.
Yeah.
And then also we also do the fasting, and it's moeilijk to fast when you got min sleep, and when you really running yourself ragged.
Yeah.
And then walk into the garage cafe. I almost said a brand there, and you got a choice.
Yes.
A water or a Coke, or water and something, and you go, I just need that bit of sugar boost, which you really don't need, but
no, you don't. Yeah,
we lie to ourselves like that.
Yeah. All right, so
75 hard it is.
75 hard it is. Oh, God.
So
I can see the nervousness in your eyes, bro.
I'm stressing. I'm stressing. I have done it already.
Yes.
So
did you finish it?
I did.
Did you finish?
I did.
You failed it a couple of times.
I did fail it a couple of times. So 75 didn't land up. I think it lasted about 80 or 90 days.
Okay.
But I did finish it eventually. Yeah. So for me, the toughest part of 75 hard is taking the freaking photo every night. Okay. All right. Because I shot out of bed how many times?
Yeah.
Or my wife wakes me up and goes, babe, have you done your photo? I'm like, shite! Yeah. Jump out of bed and go take a photo, right? Yeah. And then she doesn't do her wifely duty sometimes, and
and then you forget, and then you
start again. Yeah. So that has happened. That was my biggest downfall. Yeah. So the diet was easy, exercising twice a day. So the big stuff is easy.
Yes.
It's the things that are easy not to do.
Yeah.
Or easy to do that are
Yeah.
easy not to do.
But I'm trying to figure out. So like tonight we are sitting here. It's 6:30, which is an early Tuesday for me because normally I only start recording at 6:30. So I'm here 6:30 to 7:30 on a Tuesday, and then I mean if I look at this week, I've got Tuesday, I've got Thursday, I've got Friday booked.
Yeah.
So those 3 nights, I'm here until 7:30, 8 o'clock each of those nights. I'm like trying to figure out the way around the second exercise because I mean I'm up at 4:30. We do 5 o'clock at the park. That one's easy.
Yeah.
Every day. That's cool. If it's raining, whatever. Pair of gloves will do the pull-ups. That's not an issue. So like where I'm going is like, how do I do that?
So also, we are looking at starting
in winter. Very genius.
In Cape Town.
Yes.
When it rains in winter.
Rains, yeah.
Less frost and less.
No frost almost.
Sometimes we get
I
like
don't
a
know
week of frost.
I don't know Brackenfell, so
about a week of frost. Lots of mist, lots of that kind of thing. So, So, for those who don't know, 75 Hard has a couple of non-negotiables. Right. So, number 1 is 2 by 45-minute exercises per day.
Every day.
Right, with a minimum of 3 hours between them. Right.
Oh,
so
is that the stipulation?
100%.
3 hours.
So you can't. So a round of golf actually is 2. A round of golf is 2 exercises.
I mean, you can't play a round of golf every day. I mean, you could, but we ain't going to be doing any business.
No. And then 245 exercises. 1 has to be outdoors, irrespective of weather.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm not too stressed about that. There's clothing for fixing that.
Yeah. I've got my waterproof K-Way, so that's fine. And my skin's waterproof too. Amazing.
It does have that tendency. It does have that tendency, right? Yeah. Then no alcohol.
That's
which
fine.
is
I'm good with that.
Which is I've done that a few times.
I do that most times.
Yeah. So that's not a massive.
But I can have a Devil's Peak, like a non-alcoholic beer.
Well,
it's like 0.005.
I'm not sure if
if it counts.
If that works for you.
No, so, I mean, I barely drink anyway, so that'll work.
Yeah. So,
but you know how it is. The second you now saying, so I've gone. When last did I have a beer? When did we go up the mountain? A month ago? No, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, about a month ago.
3 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. That was the last time I had. I think. Yeah, that was the last time I think I had a beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, it's not hard.
You know what happens
it's not hard to
is as soon as you say, okay, from this date to that date, I'm not drinking.
Yeah,
right?
now you want. Yeah.
Somebody's going to have a birthday. Somebody's going to have a golf day. And on the golf day, there's going to be 4 wet holes where they've got craft beer.
Yes,
right? On tap.
Yeah, our weakness.
So it is those. And I mean, you've played with me when I was doing 75 last time.
Yes.
We played, and they had. I mean, I was the only oak there. I was like, "Do you have water?" Kind of thing.
Beer is 95% water.
So that is it's a small challenge, but it could be a challenge.
Yeah.
And then all your mates are like, "What's wrong with you? Are you sick, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't you having a beer with me?"
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. And so
we've got 2 exercises 3 hours apart.
Yeah. No alcohol.
A picture every day.
What else? Weigh every day.
Okay, that's fine.
You got to follow a diet. Nothing stipulated or specified. So
that's easy. So I was going to do an 18-hour intermittent fast.
18-hour intermittent fast. That's done deal, right?
Yeah.
Then the other one is read 10 pages of a book. Right, so
okay, cool. I'm fine with that. I've got my books. Who have I got there? Justin Cohen. I've got Jordan Peterson. Disciplined Entrepreneurship, and what's the black one again?
You see. Oh, okay.
Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill.
That's a great book.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine for 75 days.
So they kind of say no podcasts and things like that. You and I both have issues with dyslexia.
Yeah.
So
I
think
can read. Slow. It starts off slow, but I gain momentum.
It works
like
slow.
like like a
A steam train.
like a big guy running down a hill.
Okay. Unfortunate mental image.
Or me with my long legs. Bro.
I'm just picturing the two of us running down the hill.
No, that's not gonna. You're rolling down a hill, maybe. Okay,
Yeah, so-
so read 10 pages of a book.
Yeah.
That's
What else was there?
I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, the picture and the weighing is the thing that
Yeah.
kind. Oh, it's 3.5 liters of water every day.
Oh. Yeah, I can do that.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's
Except for when you forget and it's in the middle of winter
yeah.
and you kind of filled yourself on coffee
Mm.
and now you're sitting on the side of the bed wanting to go to bed and you
And
still
you
got
gotta
a liter and a
drink
half
your
to go
yeah.
and you got to chug.
Yeah.
So, because
So
it's
that's-
5 o'clock tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
we're out on the field again.
But I mean, I suppose the 3.5 liters of water, that I think that's a kind of a way to stop Oaks from having coffee. Because I mean, like I'll do 3.5 liters of liquid in a day, easy. Like, because I've got a half a liter cup, and this morning I did 4 coffees, so that's 2 liters.
Okay.
That guy there is half a liter. When I was at home, I drained another half a liter before I came here. So there's 3 liters, and then another half a liter before I go to bed. That's super easy.
Yeah.
So now it's
No,
going to have
that's-
to be 1 coffee and water.
So
Okay.
yeah, it does. However, it can catch you.
Yeah,
It can catch you.
Yeah.
So the last thing you want to do is lose a challenge because
of water.
water, yes,
Yeah.
or not taking a photo.
I told you, I'm doing this. I'm trying it once. If I restart, I'm done. Then we can do a different challenge.
not a
not
chance.
not gonna restart.
Not a chance.
I'm just
There's
not.
no.
I'm just not restarting.
There is no fail.
Yeah. So like, because I've watched a bunch of videos of Oaks doing it, and it's like I'm on day 200 of my 75 hard because at day 62 or something they didn't take a photograph.
Yeah.
See, I'll beat myself up, bro.
Yeah.
I'll beat
No,
myself
it's
up. Yeah.
so. Yeah. Fortunately, we both have wives that love us and want
Absolutely.
to see us succeed. So
Get into a better shape. I say round is
round
a
is a
shape.
shape.
That's why I say a better shape. Apparently V is a better shape.
Racist.
An upside down triangle. One of those. Bro. That's a better shape. We get those little V lines, and I've never had those. So.
No, nor have I. So I've always been the chubby boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So
I
when
think
when are we actually going to start? I know we spoke about beginning of the month.
beginning of the month,
Just
first of the
hammer it.
month. Yeah,
Hammer on the first.
yeah. Then we
Where
know.
we now? April? No, May. Where are we?
No, we're in April now
We're in
The
April
1st of
now.
May.
1st of May. So we're 14, 15 days
of prep.
of prep.
So for me,
Yeah.
the from a lot of the podcasts and things I've read and listened to about 75 hard,
Yeah.
it isn't about the weight loss. It isn't about the getting into shape and getting a better looking body.
It's a byproduct.
It's a great byproduct,
Mm.
right? Being healthier is a great byproduct. This is 100% mental.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, I bought the Jordan Peterson book and the Justin Cohen book. Those 2 books I bought. I was working at Mecca.
all right,
That's 3 years ago.
yeah,
Or no, it was just before because I took the Peterson book out of the other car before I started at Mecca. So yeah, call it 3-4 years.
yeah.
And I've read the first 2 chapters, but that's it. I read the first chapter of Pitch to Win. So
Yeah.
and I love reading. That's the dumb part about it. It's like I actually enjoy reading. I'm bad at it, but I enjoy
I
it.
suck at it.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it. So it starts off like 30 minutes for the first page, and then 25 for the second
Yes,
page.
and I read the same line over 5 times.
Yeah.
And, so it is a challenge. I mean, it's not something that we're going to be doing easy.
No,
But
not
this
at all.
challenge is not meant to be easy. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool bananas.
yeah.
So there it is on the public for the interwebs. We'll after our 75 days, we'll do another podcast. That'll come out in like 3 months because
75
I've got
days takes about that long.
oh yeah, it'll come out a bit longer then. Yeah. I'm busy building my backlog of guests on the podcast, so we might just do the catch up episode long after the actual doing this, or we'll just squeeze it in.
Squeeze.
I've stopped saying the episode name in the beginning, so now I can juggle. I can juggle. You don't know what episode this is. We can juggle it a bit. No, that's cool, man. Cheapers. Yeah, I think we'll do it.
I'm excited.
Nervous.
Yeah. But excited. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
No, I'm keen. Getting out there in the rain and the blistering wind.
And it looks like we're going to have a winter as well. So, like, with this little bit of rain that's popped.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like we might just have... Because
sports fields are loving the rain.
It went light to dark. I mean,
yes.
Like that. Dude, we were exercising. It was 4:30 in the morning and the sun was up.
Yes.
And then the next day, it was 5:30, the sun wasn't up yet.
Yes.
It was
and
really weird.
Then we're going home. I mean, I've got those little lights, those little solar lights that come on when you pass the beam, right? And my lights come on when I get home, which they were off before we left at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a
That's
it's a 2.5 kilometer walk to get to the park. So that takes me a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Then we do our exercise, and then I walk that home again.
Yeah.
So
I think you need to start driving. You need to start driving that, bro.
Not a chance.
You're going to do what, an hour and a half? Well, you do about an hour
I
and a half.
do an hour and a half now anyway. Yeah. So.
Although I do, because normally I get there a bit before you do.
Yeah.
So I think I get to the park when you start walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 k's. I take about 30 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been doing an hour, and then I drive back, but that's traffic and all that. Well, no, that's well. I mean, look, we can wake up at 4 and we can start half an hour earlier, so I can walk home. I don't mind. I'll do that. Cheapers.
Yeah, I know. It's
gotta sleep at some point, huh?
Yeah.
Cheapers, yeah.
So, and the thing about this is right. So, in my industry, summer is our go time, right?
Yeah.
So there's grass to cut, there's mowers to sell, there's machines to service, there's all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Winter is a slower time. That's the time where you need to do all your planning, your quotes, go see the greenkeepers, build a website, go see the oaks who are like us in go through summer. So winters are not quiet for us.
Yeah.
Winters are a lot of work, a lot of proposals, a lot of projections, a lot of all that kind of thing. So it's the cuck work of running your business that we have to do in winter.
Yeah.
Where putting out tenders and all that kind of thing, because that all comes through in winter when the guys have got a bit of time to actually sit and do it and read your bloody tenders.
Yes.
So or produce or put out the tender so that they have time to put them out. So winters are not a quiet time for us.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hectic. It's gonna be lots
of
work, lots of extra I don't know who Muriel is, but extra mural.
Who's Muriel? I think I've got a client called Muriel.
Is she an extra? Extramural activities. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Well, that's cool. Nervous. I mean, I looked at when we started chatting about it, I looked at a bunch of different challenges and I was like, okay, cool. And there's a few that like I've got in the back of my head. One of them is like the MP challenge, you know, those obstacle vibes.
Oh yeah, like
it's like 10Ks.
There's a ladies one like that. Muddy Princess.
Yeah. Mud something or yes.
Yeah, Muddy Princess.
They throw you in mud and you have to climb over stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like 10, I think for the...
I'm scheming we put dresses on and we do the Muddy Princess.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could do that.
We can do that. But I think it's 10 Ks of actual like movement in terms of from start to finish. It's like 10 Ks.
Okay.
And then 20 or 21 obstacles. In that. So it's like every 500 meters, there's an obstacle. Or every 450.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'd be keen to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I'm a little leaner.
Well hence, that was what I was looking at. Because, like, I thought if we started, like, training also, like, now at the end of this month, there's one coming up in, like, 2 or 3 months' time. And I thought, that'd be a great idea. And then I thought, no, that'd be a terrible idea. Let's rather do 75 hard. It's slightly easier. And then we'll train And then we'll do
75 hard is slightly
Dude, I
easier.
don't
Says
know.
the one who's never
I've
done
never
it.
done it. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like it's just. So I'm a tick box guy, really. So I just put stuff in a tick box, and as long as it's on my list, if it's on my Asana, it happens.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright.
Lee got me now. She's like the other day, we need an Asana, and we're like, okay, babe. So now we're doing Des and Lee Asana.
Oh, wow.
She likes the idea because she can assign me tasks with a deadline. Because I was telling her about work, and she's like, oh, that sounds great. We need one. And we're like, oh, okay, oh, great. Yeah, it'll be lekker. We can organize our life. She's like, oh, no, I can assign you tasks. I'm like, yeah, okay. I can just see it's gonna be like, bing, take out the trash.
Yeah, my wife also says it's no need to remind your husband every 6 months to do something.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get to it. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. How are you doing with Asana? Because
I'm not.
I spoke to Bianca the other day and set it up for all the oaks in the shop.
And she
And then I
assigns
said,
me.
yo, what about Quinton? And she just laughed.
Oh, she knows me well. So,
man.
yeah, she has sent me stuff, and there's an ignore button.
There is. Well, if you just ignore it for 2 days, it then just sits in your undone tasks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I'm
I haven't
going
even
to show
opened
her
it
how
yet.
to change the
So
reminders.
there's no electric shock or anything like that, so it doesn't happen
No,
for
that
me.
feature, I think it's on the pro version. Get a dog collar. Get a dog collar. Oh, wait, okay. There's work to do.
There's not enough motivation having shit come up on my emails. I'm like, oh, next.
Oh, man. You must get the app on your phone, then it comes up like a message.
I'd ignore it. Have you seen
You
how many
ignore
messages
it?
I've got on my phone?
No, you see, no, that I can't ignore. I don't know. Like, messages there, it's like, I at least got to read it. And then, I know. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, 75 hard. Okay,
75 hard.
What diets are you going to go?
I'm going to go 18, what's it, 18.4, 18.4. No, 18.8.
18.8.
Yeah.
No? 18.6. 18.6, dude. Sure, the math is not mathing.
Yeah.
18.6.
It's been a long day.
24 hours, yeah. 18,
Yeah.
So 18 fasted and then 6 hours effectively to
Okay.
graze. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, either that or a 24.
20, yeah, I think 24 works, but it's I think we're going to be putting a lot of pressure on ourselves.
Yeah.
So like
So let's
it's
push
gonna
for
yeah.
let's make the
18 is good. And then I can have my eggs. my boiled
Grow a
eggs.
pair,
My
bro.
boiled eggs. Bro.
Grow a
Love those
pair.
eggs. Yeah, yeah. You smelt them when you came in.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, who farted?
All right, China. Okay. All right. So I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Yeah.
And again, well done, Ray. Well
Thanks,
done.
dude.
This is freaking
It looks
cool.
alright, huh?
This is very
Yeah.
cool.
I need to fill the space. I don't know what to do there yet. I was going to put another shelf in there, and then I was like, yo, maybe
So
not.
I've got a life-size picture of myself. I can park it there for you.
Maybe. Let's circle. Let's circle back to that one.
Let's add it to Asana.
Yeah, I need to get so like these lights work really well.
They're nice.
And then I need lights from behind. I watched a video. And
Oh,
it
yeah?
says if you have a light from behind, helps as well.
Is it? Makes
I don't
people
know
look fatter or thinner?
No, I don't know. It just helps with I don't know if it's so. Some of my video, I look at it and there's a little bit of grain, so it's just a little grainy.
Oh, yeah.
And even with these two bloody monsters, it gets a little grainy, and you can kind of just see the pixels moving around, which is
Okay.
really odd. But yeah, the video that I saw said if you put a light source back there, it stops that.
Okay.
So I think it's just adding, because light obviously dissipates over
Over
space. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, like here it's much brighter over there than it is over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the next mission. Find a couple of lights, put that in, and then
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
Lucky,
It
man.
was almost kind of last minute. We decided
Second
very
time
quickly
lucky,
to
yeah.
squeeze it in and
Yeah.
get it done. And yeah, you'll come out after Clean Cut Scully. This one will come out. So that's where we now, almost as we start the challenge, actually. It'll be the Wednesday after we start the challenge.
Okay.
This will come out, yeah.
So we'll be leaner and meaner by the time people see this.
Yeah, we'll be 3 days. I think we'll be 3 days in. 7, 14, 21 from now. Yeah, we'll be 3 or 4 days in, yeah.
So it's not, it's going to be in a little while.
Yes, a little bit, yeah. A little bit, yeah. We've got to put the other people
The
in
map.
order. Yeah. But cool, man. Lekker.
Lekker. Shot.
Thank you so much. And
lekker.
yeah, we'll do it again soon. Why?